Something that I want you all to think about is a friend of mine told me that Brother Ali, and I think I told y'all this a couple posts ago, that COVID and us being in the house and slowing down and being able to hear God's voice is one of the reasons why what happened to George feels a little bit different, right? Because we don't have so many distractions. Whether it's TV, the clubs, sports, your job, school, all of these different types of things. So the world is able to see. And I don't know if y'all remember, I would always say that's the greatest thing about being an artist, is that when you're not busy, it affords you the time to look at the world from more of a bird's eye view, right? So if that is the case, and that's the reason why people are reacting the way that they're reacting, then I don't know if y'all remember this post I did a little while ago, about a month ago. I said, don't rush to go back to sleep, right? So I don't know. I'm not saying that it's a coincidence, but the blackest sport is the first sport that's cranking back up. The most, the sport that black people connect with the players the most is the first sport that's opening up. It sounds like something like, let's open up the barbershops and strip clubs and the liquor stores. But anyway, why would you be excited about a distraction? I'm not saying that that's even the reason why they're doing it, but we need to stay in this state as long as we possibly can, so we can get some things that are much more important than recreation done. Stokely Carmichael said something that was so powerful. He said there's a difference between mobilization and organization. Anybody can see an injustice and mobilize really quick. But organization is what you do for a lifetime. Something that has a lasting effect. And, you have to watch. I always tell people, don't watch what people are doing right now. Look at what they were doing 6 months ago and what they will be doing 6 months into the future. And I made a decision today that it's just some people that I'm glad I'm not around. There were some things that I was trying to accomplish, and I was trying to be considered amongst a certain group of people, and I don't want to be around them now. One thing I'm noticing about the younger generation is they peep your bullshit, and I think they starting to peep people's bullshit. And if y'all remember when I said, a preacher told me once, David Banner, watch before you go to war with the devil about freeing your people from hell. First, make sure that they're not happy with being there first. Some people like hell. They don't look at hell as hell. And some black people want to keep it the way that it is right now. They just want white people to act a little bit better. But changing the system means that people may not fuck with them no more. Because the thing that I'll tell you guys, and even though this is not the topic, I think it's the most important part of this post. And I've been saying it on the radio all week, is that One of the reasons why people are afraid of freedom is because they don't know what freedom looks like. And you all have to stop going after the same people in a different body. You know, I was talking to Tip this morning, and was telling him about how we need people who are not a part of the system, because they don't even know how to do the same shit over and over again. Like, I'd rather somebody make a different type of mistake rather than be a seasoned veteran in doing nothing. So that means our leaders are going to look different. They're going to talk different. We're going to have to do different things. Our lives will forever be changed. I keep telling people, you can't want to dismantle a skewed white system and still want to play with white people's toys. That might mean you have to get your Bentley back. That might mean that you really have to stop wearing Gucci this time. You know? Might mean that you have to move back around your people. Some of y'all don't like that. And I'll end this in saying that it's time to start drawing a line between them and us. And when I mean that, I actually mean the good and the evil. And I mean the good and evil amongst us too. I don't want to be a part of what they do. And I'm glad that God has instilled in me the strength to stand alone and by myself if I have to. And I'm going to tell you something very important, and please listen to this. And I wish I would have said it at the beginning of the video and not the end of the video. I've always told people, and I know y'all see the meme with the fish, the school of fish and shit. But whenever the people react, all the stars, the industry, everybody, once the people start moving in one accord, music changed literally in a week. And a lot of people march and protest because it's the popular thing to do now. So people are trying to appeal to what the people want. The people want justice. Now some people who never wanted that before, they want it. So you got to keep those people, even if they don't mean it. You have to keep the pressure on them. You have to make sure that they keep that energy up. And for some reason, we want people around us that have never come around us before. Something to think about. You know, I was telling a friend of mine, and this is crazy. When I told y'all earlier in the video, I said things are going to look different. You know, and of course, Superman is, white dude, but I'm just saying Superman just so y'all can understand what I mean. I was telling a friend of mine how shit had to change. Shit wouldn't look the same. I said, think about this. What if Superman didn't separate himself from the people? That Superman stayed amongst the people and didn't isolate himself way out in the middle of the ice fortress or whatever. If Superman did that, then there wouldn't be no need for him to be Clark Kent. Think about it. He would never have to change out his Superman suit because he would come back to the people and he wouldn't have to front. He could just be himself. He wouldn't have to hide who he really is. So even our superheroes are going to have to look and think different. Revolution means that things move. They change. Don't be afraid of